Good afternoon, and a big thank you to Westmoreland Community College and for being a leader in ShellNet and in this training. What does sell was saying, I didn't have a job, now I do. Or I have a job, now I have a better job. Or I have seen something where I'm absolutely committed to something that's exciting for this region, and I get to develop my talents. And there are thousands of these growing. Now that is a great story. And what has happened is we've had to play some catch-up ball in training again. But although those folks down in Houston that I met, many of them were trained at Penn State, and they moved down there because there wasn't much work, a lot of them are coming back. We already have a workforce here. We already have an incredible work ethic here. That's something you can't go out and search for, but that is something that's in our blood. I know that between the work that community colleges are doing, those that were highlighted in the film, some of the VOTEC schools, some of the labor halls, people are getting involved in training, and that's fantastic. As we go forward, though, the message that I still think we need to make sure we're doing with this is, as we have Pennsylvania workers doing this right, recognize a couple things. One, we are in incredible competition for some of the additional facilities. The gas isn't going to move. The workers can be here, but we have other things we want to do. We want to build cracking facilities here. We want to build chemical plants. A whole new generation of scientists, engineers, and workers at these facilities is also going to need to be developed in terms of construction and operational people. And one of the ways of enticing these companies in to build here is says we also have those folks. So we're not just going to drill and put it into pipes. We're going to develop these other facilities here and have even more jobs in this region. The other part of, so in addition to that work ethic, in addition to saying we're going to entice more things in here, is this also becomes the force that counters those that says we shouldn't do it at all. I don't want to be like New York State where they just said we're just not going to do it because we don't know all things. If we waited for all the answers before we did anything, we would never begin any journey at all. And it does begin with this step. But I trust Americans, and I trust Pennsylvania workers or West Virginia and Ohio workers to do this right. We're committed. We live here. We work here. Our kids go to school here. We go to church here. We are not going to let anything happen do it wrong. So for all the folks coming in to bringing expertise around the country, welcome to Pennsylvania. Our door is open. For all those opportunities in the future, for other developments of chemical plants and cracking facilities and pipelines, we're ready. We're open for business. We're going to work with you. And for all the schools, especially this one today, and other people involved with training, thank you. You're the backbone of making this work. We know the natural gas is here. We're going to show them we have the workers here, too.
If I could echo one of the things that Congressman Murphy said, as something I deal with almost every day at my job is, where are the jobs? I get asked a dozen times a week, where are the jobs? All I'm here to tell you, the jobs are here. As he said, the jobs are here, the people are here, the training is here. In fact, more than 71% of our new hires are from Pennsylvania. So we're making great strides. The Marcellus industry in this state is 141,000 jobs, and that's only going to go up. And as we saw in the video, Bradford County, Pennsylvania, 5.2% unemployment rate. And I think that's something pretty outstanding.
A lot of the discussion and obviously a lot of the activity has been the drilling itself and the jobs that come along with the drilling. But I think the other piece of this, and again, it's been alluded to, but I think it needs to be really reinforced, that a lot of opportunity is going to be in those ancillary industries. And that's identified out there, and those ancillary industries to this industry can be manufacturers, they can be obviously service industries, they can be a lot of business professional services such as engineering services, land development services, those kind of opportunities.
We received the largest community-based job training grant in the country for $4.96 million. And from that point forward, we've been developing the roustabout training. We have curriculum for, let me get the floor hand, production technician, welder helper, and CDL. These curriculums are being completed as we speak. We've had 52 graduate. We had 52 start the program, 52 graduated, 36 have gotten jobs, which equates to about 75%. 22 of the 52 are veterans. We're very pleased. We ran one cohort with 12 veterans in May. And shortly thereafter, within the first 3 weeks, 6 of them were hired by the gas industry.
I moved up to Jeanette for a year after high school, and then I joined the military. I came home, and it was either go to school, finish up a degree, or get a job. And I just happened to drop by the career link, and one of the veterans assistants, told me about this program, and the same day I graduated, I got hired on by 2 companies I was offered a job from. I accepted the job from Chesapeake. I believe it provided a really good opportunity for me. When I first got hired on, a lot of the crews were, people from out of state. And what they're doing with these programs is they're basically bringing all these Pennsylvanians in to take their jobs and send them back, So the faster you progress, the quicker they can send, the out-of-staters home. And I think that's what they're trying to do with these programs is basically, have a local workforce, people who will take care of the environment, people who care about, the streams, the erosion, because personally, I like to hunt and fish, and I don't want to see my own, hunting grounds go to waste, get trashed up. So, these companies are taking really good care of the environment, and the EPA requirements are, extremely strict. But, WCCC really gave me a great opportunity to, succeed, and where you go from there is really up to you.
What's your work schedule?
I work 6 months out of the year. I work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
That's not too hard to handle.
No, it's not too bad.
Okay. What type of annual salary are you looking at since you've been promoted?
Around 90,000.
It's not bad for a young man. The whole thrust of ShaleNet for both Penn College and Westmoreland has been working closely with the industry associations, Marcellus Shale Coalition, ANGA, and Pyoga, to make sure that we get the right people in the right jobs, the right way. And everything we're doing, we've passed by industry. All the curriculum we're developing is all industry approved and advised. As Lou said, the talent matching system was put together working very closely with the industry on these realistic job previews. The students we've had go through our program have been hired by 21 different companies. So we spread the wealth, no offense Chesapeake, but we spread that wealth all over to increase the opportunities for future students. So, and just like Craig, they step on the job and they prove themselves and are successful, which really helps our program.
I need, or I want, a couple of years of experience, in my belt, but, driller, first of all, maybe pusher. Chesapeake really gives me, a lot of options. I could transfer, to any other subsidiary. They have a trucking company, a production company. They really have everything, I really want to make driller. I'll get there.